Hey guys, it's me the American, and today we have the Walther P99, the gun used by the famous James Bond 007 in the new movies. You know, after he ditched his Beretta and his Walther PPK. But anyways, we got a pretty fine pistol here. This pistol was actually created as a replacement for the Walther P5 and the Walther P88. Now the P5 was kind of like an aging design for law enforcement. They wanted something double stack, kind of futuristic, space age looking. And also the P88 is kind of unknown in the United States, but the P88 was just really too expensive to manufacture. It was double stacked, internal rail and everything, and it was real nice on accuracy, but they just couldn't keep up with demand. So what they did was they actually kind of compromised a little bit, steel frame on the top, polymer frame on the lower, actually created a pretty fine pistol. Now, key elements of this pistol are, you got your mag release on both sides. Real easy to hit with your trigger finger, which is what I like to do. Or if you want a more powerful punch, you can use your middle finger. See, I can't really reach with my little short thumbs here, so that helps out a lot because most pistols I can't hit the mag release. Now here is the cool part of this pistol. You see, it's a striker fired, so back here you don't see any indication that it's cocked. Now all you have to do is cock this pistol back that far, and it is ready to go. That's your single action indicator. As you can see, it jumps over the little ski jump. Single brake is around 4 pounds. Double action brake is around, I'd say, 7.5 pounds. You can see the little striker moving back here. Pretty funny, huh? Alright, well, we got a front rail right here, proprietary to the Walther P99. You can use an adapter. It's kind of like the HK rail in a way. This frame was actually made in Germany. It says here, Atuting, Morhinus Bellichen. I probably butchered that, but sorry guys. Made in Germany. There's actually German proofs over here. The Eagle, the AA, and there's like a flaming piece of, I don't know, a branch. I'm not really sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Walther USA imported, and barrel 9x19, of course. Another cool key feature is when you cock it back, there's a little button here, and you press down, and it's called a decocker. You can safely decock the pistol for either, taking it apart or doing work on it. And if you want to carry around in the chamber, in double action, so you have a double action pull, there's no external safety whatsoever, which is something I truly agree with, because safeties can snag up and get in your way. Alright, basically you have two different mags for this pistol. First is the 10 rounder from the factory. See, they say Walther P99 on the bottom. Now, the one bad thing about these, is that they hold less, but, I don't really like this polymer bottom. A lot of people, they kind of don't like them. Me, personally, I kind of like it because it balances the weapon out, actually. It feels a lot more balanced with 10 in. Just my personal opinion. But you can also get the 15 rounders, and this is not a 15 rounder mag from the factory. It's actually a Beretta mag that's been transformed to work with the Walther P99. Now this is very strange. The one thing is about the Beretta mag though, it is thinner than the Walther mag. You can see it right here, but it will fit and it will work, and it will even do the bolt hold open. Now the one thing is that you have to do some modification works to a Beretta 92FS mag or Beretta M9 mag, and it will work in the Walther. You cannot do it vice versa with the Walther. As you can see, the Walther is a little bit thicker, a little bit wider, not thicker but wider, and it just won't do it. You can get the 15 rounders, from Walther, but they're going to cost you a little bit more than what you want to pay for a standard mag. As the Walther P99 is not really that easy to find nowadays. This Walther P99 is a first gen model. Of course, the rail. You can actually find Walther P99s without the rail, and the first gen models. And this first gen model has the striker indicator back here actually. Second gen models eliminate this little ski jump because some people, they just don't like it. And I think the slide release is a little bit different right here on the second gens. The third gens actually have an elongated trigger guard release mechanism for the mags, and it's a little bit more square in the front, and of course, standard pink antennae rail for your little accessories, lights, laser show, for your next rock concert. Taking apart this pistol is actually relatively easy for some users. Me, I had a little bit of trouble at first. First, if your pistol's cocked, of course, check the chamber, make sure nothing's in the chamber, right? Second, what you're going to do is you're going to want to decock this. Now with Glocks, you have to pull the trigger. Here, you just have to hit the decocker. There you go, you're all set. Third, you just pull down on these little tabs, those little square tabs, and it should just slide forward. There you go. It's all apart. Now you have the captive recoil spring. It's really easy, doesn't plink out like, usual semi-auto pistols. You have your barrel in here. Pretty nice barrel design. I'm trying to wiggle it out. A little bit tough. Alright, here's the barrel. Looks pretty shiny, 007, right? It's my fingernail. Here's your slide. You can see definite striker fire mechanism in here. Got a lubricating access port here. That's your front sight right there. See that little hex nut? You can actually take that off and change your front sights if you don't like them. This one's installed with some old Trijicons, but they went dead a long time ago. Alrighty. Little serrations mean that it is indeed first or second gen, but this one is first gen. Going on to the frame. Looks a little strange, a lot different than a Glock. A Glock's got some extra plates and another bar here. Of course, because it's double action and single action. Glocks are not double action or single action. Also, I think the XD, the Springfield XD or the XDMs are not double action. So this pistol has, some advantages to it. You got your, there's the little bar to hold your recoil spring and all that together. Putting it together is a snap. It's pretty easy. First, get the barrel, line it back up with the top of the slide. Second, you get your captive recoil spring. Now one side is flat and one side is beveled. I'm going to put the beveled side in first and then lay the flat end in here. There you go, it snaps in. Real easy. And you're just going to slide it back onto the rails. And it should just snap right on in. There we go. Perfect. Now it has a little bit of like a pig snout right here. This is normal actually for the P99. The P99 40 cal, the slide is a little bit longer and it will actually cover this completely and it'll look like it's sunk in. Don't worry, that's how they are. Lock the slide back, check your action. Looks pretty nice, right? Now another thing when we're going back to this with the windage. Now you see this little, there's like a little square nut in there and a little plunger. To take off the back side, it's relatively easily to do it. All you have to do is depress this little plunger right here and it holds the back side in and out on that little screw notch. And the screw, if your shots are, if you're shooting down the sides and your shots are grouping to the right, what you're going to do is you're going to turn it clockwise. And every turn, or every click of this little square to the next flat side of the square is going to impact about 0.7 inches at 25 yards. And if your groups are grouping to the right, or the left, you're going to turn counterclockwise. So anybody, if y'all guys have any accuracy issues, just go ahead and remember that. If you're shooting right, turn it clockwise. If you're shooting left, turn it counterclockwise. Here's your standard sight setup. It's going to be the 3-dot setup. Single, back post with the front post. And it actually makes targeting a breeze. It feels pretty nice. And there's a lot of space between the. It's not that exaggerated in real life. In the camera, it makes it look a little bit more exaggerated. But to tell you the truth, there's not really much space between. But there's enough to where it's really fast acquisition, and I believe that you can shoot a lot faster like that, just in my opinion, But anyways, the Trijicon is dead already, but having Trijicon sights is a plus on this pistol. Definitely helps out in low light, in your home, I would say. Outside in the street corner, probably not. Mainly because you don't really use the sights at night when you're just doing it from the hip. If somebody rushes you, you're going to pull it out on your hip and you're going to start shooting. Alright guys, well, final thoughts on this pistol. It's pretty nice. I like it, and it'll definitely serve me well, that's for sure. Walther P99, and definitely a quality firearm. If y'all guys are looking into poly pistols, I'd suggest looking into this one. It's got, you know, a good name on it, Walther. The poly is good. It's nice and hard, not a little bit squishy like a Glock, especially the new gen Glocks. I love the old gens, but the new gens are kind of woolly wonka a little bit, you know. All right, guys. Well, that's the mayor. Thanks for watching.